Hello, everyone. Welcome to the final episode, part 8 of Metaphor ReFantazio. I'm Oshwatton. That's all I got. Well, I guess I'll do it again.
You did good.
We can keep it in. I don't know.
Welcome,
keep
you
it in.
what? Welcome to the final part of Metaphor. I'm Oshwatton.
Hi, it's me.
That's Garnet over there.
It's me.
I'm scared.
That's scared
And I'm the
of
fun
me.
slinger.
Oh
And that's
no.
and that's Funslinger. Wait, that's Funslinger.
Yeah, there you go. Well, that was fun. We'll keep that in.
Impressive.
That was good. That was so good.
Are you happy Sassy Oshwatton's in?
Yes,
Hell
I'm
yeah.
kind of down for it, to be honest.
very much so. Make sure he doesn't ever go away. We need
Yeah.
him. All right. Let's just get to it, shall we? So when we last left off, we had already done our dungeon beforehand. We're just cleaning up a few things. What all did you guys work on during this time?
The Dragon Trials,
Okay.
Basically, yeah. With only so much time at the end.
Bathwater, and something to do with Alonso's last quest line.
Yeah. I wrapped up all the I got all my followers to rank 8.
And I got my last 2 to rank 8 also.
Very good. Yeah, this is the last location spot as well. I got that achievement. I've traveled the map. Yeah, and I got my I finished every single quest and side quests in the game as well, so that was fun.
Very nice. I think I just did a lot of speeches.
I did a few speeches, get that mag up, and also just pass the time.
Yeah, pretty much.
So, the dragons, though,
That was the easy one.
yes, and I did
Yeah.
far better than I did what I showed you guys last time. I actually won. So,
But did you 2?
I did a 2 and a 3 on Mr. Fire Dragon.
Yeah.
Just had a good amount of times on the Poison Dragon.
Mm-hmm.
Got my asthma dropping your health down to 300, and then I felt it just rubber banded really hard. I'd be doing good, highs may dodge and everything, then all of a sudden, you just starts getting hit with every crit in the verse.
I gotcha. I don't think I had that much issue with the Poison Dragon. I don't really show the fights because one, we
They
don't
take too
have
long.
all we don't have all that time to show here. But also, I really didn't have that much issue with it with this one or the Poison. It was actually really nice. Katharina came in and did half of its health right off the bat.
Where was
Yeah.
she on the other dragons?
Right?
I'm actually
Um,
surprised she didn't show up since she had just appeared in this one. Figured
Mhm.
she'd be in all 3 temples. I figured she'd be in all the optional areas.
I guess it's just random when she shows up, though, right?
No, I had her in mind.
Oh, okay. I don't know. It's still probably just random, but you were luckier than me, maybe. I don't know. But yeah, I beat the previous dragon and the poison dragon my first go round. The fire dragon, I had to stop recording at one point and I forgot to hit start again. So I show my couple of failed attempts, but I do get it on the 3rd or 4th try, which you'll see here very shortly. But I pretty much I had a strategy and I just stuck to it. I was killed the first couple times, so it was me getting charmed is what really killed me.
Yeah. The charm
So-
was annoying.
I didn't have anything to really combat that except to use a couple panaceas,
Panaceas.
but
I had the block
Slapstick
charm,
Oh.
block charm equipment
Mm-hmm.
on Juna, I think.
That's
When
true. I
she-
did have it on someone. I don't remember who I had it on, but I ended
Had
up
it-
swapping it to someone else.
The
So
only
I had it on
problem with
her,
was
so
Stroll.
I
Stroll's
could
a charm
use.
magnet, I swear.
I mean, yeah, have you seen him?
Stroll's my CC magnet. Every single thing that can hit him specifically. And I was like, brother, I'm kicking you from the team. I'm tired. I'm done with you. Man loves to get every CC in the game.
But he's our boy. He's our BFF.
He needs to get himself together, brother. Because oh my god.
what kind of teams did you guys have for the dragons? Like, what'd your party look like?
I was running with Basilio, of course.
Yes,
Heisme, and Yufa.
I had
okay.
Juna in the team instead of Yufa. Especially for this fight that I'll have on screen since she's one with the. She had the repel magic.
Right.
Skill.
No, that's fair. I mean, you saw my team, but this is the team I pretty much ran through the rest of the game with, using the same strategy for most of the time. But surprise, there's actually another dragon.
A fourth dragon.
Ish. I mean,
A fourth feller boss.
I mean, technically it is a dragon. So.
yeah, it doesn't take the shape of a dragon though.
Neither does Applin.
This is true. Applin is just a worm.
Worm. Oh, I picked a scab. Now I'm bleeding.
Oh no! Don't do that.
But I really like this Trial of the Dragon quest.
Mm-hmm.
Really ties in with the story very well. I think it almost should be necessary for the story.
Right.
Yeah,
There's
it
a
almost.
lot of parts in the final boss that reference it, don't it?
Yeah, and well,
Or
if
a little
you
dungeon.
don't do this, then it won't talk about that. Like, there's extra dialogue if you do this quest.
I did wonder about that.
Yeah. But it's really interesting. Like, we come to find out that the fairy that's been helping us with it was actually the fairy of the first king,
Mm-hmm.
which I thought was really neat. Kind of mirrored us in Gallica.
Right. Yeah. I agree. I feel like these quests are nearly required, especially if you want a full scope of the history or the lore. If you're after the lore, these quests really show a lot more of that world.
Yeah.
And I know the fight that you showed us last time, Funslinger, just even further
Yeah.
goes into all that. So,
And one thing we didn't mention that I kind of realized in the previous episode, it talks about how, and maybe it wasn't in the previous episode, maybe it does come later actually, come to think of it. I will save it for later when it happens.
When it matters, or when it matters, when it's relevant. That's the word I'm
when
thinking
it's
of.
more relevant. Yeah, for some reason I was thinking it happened at the Sanctum.
Oh, it turns out the dragons are cloned.
Dark Link,
Yeah, that's what I thought of immediately.
man,
Foreshadowing.
foreshadowing.
Like, I think I was running on like little sleep at that point, so I was just like, I went, is that Demi Kid? Are we fighting Demi Kid right now?
No,
Just from the lines.
Yeah.
Like,
Because-
oh, okay, it's us. Okay,
because
that
I
makes a lot more
won.
sense.
I cannot beat Demi Kid in Shin Megami Tensei 5
Vengeance.
Vengeance.
Well, maybe you should use the Romper Queen.
I didn't have much issue with this fight either. It took a while, and it looked kind of touch and go there for a little bit. I'm like, there's no way, but I don't remember what I did to change things up, but I changed up my strategy a little bit. Fun thing, I was actually streaming this to you since you'd already known. Do you remember what I changed up to?
No, not really.
Okay.
It was just a long battle where,
Yeah.
you know, a lot of health
I like-
tanking.
I like the premise of the battle, how he just kept changing through the archetypes.
Yeah.
throughout the battle, changing his thing.
Yeah.
Except that didn't mean much when I wontoned anyway, but
Yeah, Wonton Destruction just destroys.
yeah.
So
I like the fun concepts of bosses instead of just health bars and nothing
Yeah.
fancy.
For sure.
bosses that make you actually think and strategize. Like I love just smacking one around. Don't get me wrong, but I do enjoy one that actually makes you think.
But Agrika, she just wants to be no more.
She's all tuckered out.
Yeah, she's tired.
Can't
I get
blame
that.
her.
Night
Yeah.
shift for a long time.
She wanted to clock out.
She more or less gives us her blessing, I guess, in a way.
Yeah.
There's like she gives us an item that I think is some kind of passive buff at all times, and our key items. I want to sense what it was.
She gave us even cooler music in our ear.
Sweet. So the princes are now on board with us, thanks to Batlin. But still no word from the
So you
war
juiced in the trench
general
coat?
guy. Yeah.
Yeah, the 3 Jeeps in the trench coat.
Yeah.
Yep.
Maybe he'll show up soon. Ooh.
Maybe.
Maybe. Or maybe not.
maybe,
he'll be
yeah.
absent the rest of the game.
He's
Yeah,
off
right.
finding the ghost of Gladell. He'll be here.
So before we actually set off, I believe it's only if you've maxed out your rank with everybody.
I figured.
Is that right?
I think.
With your followers, you get to go around and just talk with them one last time before you die. Before you go face the end boss.
Yeah.
Wrong game.
So, and it was kind of nice because some of these characters I hadn't actually talked to in a while. So
It's been months since we've even spoken.
Yeah.
Well, considering one's a dead body,
that's
hard to talk to that one.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess you could also talk to that one though. In that case, it's not required to
Dig up his
talk.
body.
Yeah.
Alonzo, how's it going?
Yeah.
A little
sad.
silent today. Well, have fun.
Well, I mean, he's
Speak up! I can't
he's
hear
not
you.
actually a dead
I-
body.
I know. Just at rank 7 though.
Yeah. That's where I actually capped out on him because I didn't have enough time in the game
See?
calendar to do it. You have to wait, like, I looked it up afterwards because I was like, why can't I do it? You have to like 2 days at minimum per his thing. So you have to wait at least 4 days to get from 6 to 8. And if you don't do it before that, you're done.
I didn't realize there was that time limit on it.
Yeah, because I kept looking, I was like, I kept trying to find him, like, why can't I find this, man? You have to wait at least 4 days for parts of it and then more for others. And it's like, neat.
So pretty much, as far as you were concerned, Garnet, he was dead, right?
Yeah, functionally, he was gone.
See?
I didn't like.
So
If I had
guess
known it was like days, like I had to do it with, I would have did them a lot sooner.
Gotcha. I mean, it was nice to get him maxed out, but it doesn't really limit you on a whole lot. I mean, you can't.
I couldn't
get-
get the royal, all my royal archetypes.
Right. You would have been missing one for what, Juna?
I was missing 2.
Oh, who's your other one?
It was Juna and it was.
Probably Heisme.
It was
right?
Heisme. Yep, Heisme also required some stuff.
That's unfortunate.
I mean, it is what it is.
Right.
Like I beat the game regardless.
Yeah, I mean, it was also a first playthrough. It's not like you're going to
Yeah.
be expected to get all this stuff.
And I, without saying too much, I may have power leveled towards the end. So next time if I do play it again, I don't have to do half of that all over again. I can just automatically have it.
He spent time in the dental office.
I did.
Yeah, I spent a little bit of time doing that. I think that's something we all did a little bit of. I don't really show it here. The training, the
You
grind.
could have had a
thing, but-
montage.
Yeah, I didn't feel. I don't.
Like-
If I do this again, I'm not gonna grind again as much.
The Rocky theme or something else.
It just there's so much more to show. Is there a specific follower that you guys spent time with that stuck with you at the end game, or?
I don't think so.
I mean, Heisme, of course. I mean,
Mhm.
he's
Oh, yeah.
one of my favorites. Heisme and Yufa, they stood out to me as my two favorites, which I've been saying that all along. So
Yeah.
Yeah. I do love Bassie.
yeah, Basilio's awesome, but I didn't really much care for his follower link. I mean, it was good, but it just didn't.
I feel like
Didn't
because we
resonate
started
with you.
him so late in the game, I just didn't care that much about a story. It's like,
And that is also
That's
an
the
issue.
problem with the end game party member.
yeah, like,
Right.
Sure, I feel for you, brother. Bad things happen to you. I get it. I'm too far in to commit to this right now. Like, I've had the entire game to bond with everyone else. Like, the last quarter of it's not going to be enough for me.
Well, you've been bonding with him for a while.
I mean, kinda. Like, half of he's just your stalker, or he's just keeping tabs on you.
Yeah, I mean, I've also been saying Heisme is one of my favorite characters. Maria is precious, and I would die for her. Those are probably my two favorite followers. Not necessarily my favorite stories, I suppose.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think I do really like Yufa's Funslinger. I think I agree with you on that one. Also, we're basically married now, so
Yeah.
Um,
You and me, right? That's what we're
Yes.
talking about.
Huh?
Yep.
For sure.
Okay.
yeah, yeah.
Okay. Good.
But Big Brother over here.
Also, yeah, I did really like this.
Yeah, that was fun. That was fun.
When Yufa goes to get a
Grab the
item, whatever. it is,
marriage license.
the seashell,
Uh,
or something like that.
he's like, so I will throw you to the sharks, just so you're
Yeah.
aware. Do not break my sister's heart.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh no.
I mean, does he really think he can actually take us in a fight?
I mean, if he has the gumption, he can just club us over the head with his staff.
Right, I guess.
Well,
Also, are we really gonna kill him? Because that would break Yufa's heart,
Which would then he come back to life and kill us again.
right?
unless he's got Almighty, I mean, I'm resistant to all forms of damage, so
We haven't seen him fight yet.
Yeah, I
don't
mean,
have
he might be the real final boss.
Right.
maybe we'll see.
Or
I mean,
Melkor
I don't-
too.
I don't have the item on wearing it right at that point, but I got a nice little repel all magic. I have like 20 of those things.
Well, still. Yeah, I do appreciate moments like these at the end of the game, although I will admit it does kind of slow down the pacing a little bit for me personally. Again, I appreciate it. Absolutely, I do. But... And I'm
Yeah.
someone, like, if it gives me the option, I'm going to go through it.
Yeah.
It's just...
Right.
It does, like, kind of come to a halt and then a crawl and then... that is one issue I have with things like this.
Right, I do agree. Like my first
Normally-
playthrough, at this point, I'm like, come on, I want to see the final boss. I want to go. I want
I
to go
want
fight.
to go
Right.
I want
kick
to
Lord
see the
Leek's
story
ass again.
unravel. But then I'm like, oh, I gotta talk to everybody. And this
Yeah.
kind of like puts a damper on things.
Yeah, normally this is at the very tail end of the game.
Yeah, I think if it was at the, like, after the boss and everything and we did all this, then it might be a little bit better for me. Because we're expecting things to wind down, but right after a big dungeon, right before the big bad boss, like we're climbing, we're way up here, and then all of a sudden we're like, oh, okay, let's go way back down here. And
Right.
so it just, again, I think it's beautiful. I think it's fun to learn more about these characters and kind of close their story even more so than we did before.
Yeah, and like
but-
playing through like a second time, I'm able to appreciate it more,
Mm.
and like it does kind of feel like, hey, we're talking to these people because the future isn't certain, and one of them could die.
Sure.
So
Yeah.
we're kind of getting our closure right now.
Alonzo. He can die.
Yeah, he's good at that.
Yeah, he's done that before.
Also, the dog's alive.
Oh,
Yeah.
the
Dog is alive.
Oh, yeah,
the
yeah,
dog's
yeah.
alive.
And finally, we got more, which it's still not revealed, right? What he is.
Not
Correct.
yet.
Okay,
Not
cool.
who or what.
Okay.
He's a guy with a cool outfit and a funky hat.
And definitely removable horns, because all
Oh,
Commanders
yes.
can do that.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
canon. We saw it happen.
Yeah, we saw it last time. But here he's talking about going on a journey with us. Is that right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
There
He wishes he could.
Right.
Well, we can journey across the room.
That's a possibility. We don't ever hold hands.
True.
And skip along with him. We could do that across the room. It's better than nothing. He needs to get up and stretch more.
He does.
Right?
He does.
And here we are the night before. Just trying to get a little bit of sleep, but we can't. We can't do it.
Mm-mm.
Dang it, Gallica.
Well, I'll stay up and talk to her all night. That'd be fine.
Mm.
I won't be tired when it's time to go beat up Lord Luis.
We know you do anything for Gallica.
Right.
Exactly. And
Ooh.
plus, Lord Luis would have to be a hard fight for me to bother anyway.
You're really
Oh.
not giving him any slack.
For a guy who praises power and hates
Yeah.
Luis, you would expect him to be a hard boss fight. I'm sorry.
Well,
Gotta say,
maybe.
For
There's
me,
There's
the
no-
last
make him harder.
yeah,
did
make
you-
him harder. Play on hard and don't destroy the crystals.
crystals.
Well, maybe I will.
Yeah, for me, the last dragon and the Luis fight weren't difficult. They just took forever for them to do their stuff. And
Sure.
if one of them just managed to somehow beat you, you had to do that entire long fight all over again.
Well, I'll give
Because-
Lord Luis a pass for the first boss fight. We did just stab him with a spear.
Yeah,
You'd
yeah, he got
expect
he got
the second
assassinated.
one,
there.
he would actually start trying.
And we'll
we
discuss
get
more
the-
on the
Yeah.
final one when we get to it, though.
Yeah.
For now, we're still saying our goodbyes to Maria.
At this point, I'm just really
And
like,
Fabienne.
come on, let's get on with it.
Yeah.
You know?
Maria's the one I actually cared about. As far as talking to people. Like, I really wanted to talk to Maria because you start the game with her. You bond with this small child who says don't die. So like, I
Mhm.
wanted to end the game with the small child saying, hey, you still probably shouldn't die.
Hey, we should just put her in our backpack and let her join us in the final fight.
Exactly, yeah.
All right,
Right.
finally.
Finally, everybody just shuts up.
Right, we got a job to
No.
do.
I love JRPGs, but sometimes the dialogue can be a bit heavy.
Yeah.
But here we go. We are flying there. We have our ace pilot, engineer.
So I expected a bit more in trying to get in there.
Yeah, I did as well. They're making a whole
Uh,
thing about it, like, I don't
Well,
know.
this might be difficult. Might not survive.
But no,
Well.
it's just a cutscene.
He was a
Yeah.
leaf on the wind and he landed perfectly.
Which is lucky for him. It does well for the last guy.
Yeah.
We just can't get back. That's all.
At least the spears got washed well.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, but Juna, those are not adventuring shoes.
They are if you're a songstress.
They are if you believe it.
Believe it.
Oh boy, this is it. No turning back.
Here we go.
Oh, and
Except you can turn back and heal anytime.
and buy stuff.
Yeah,
Power farming. I unlocked everything I could for the protagonist that wasn't locked because of followers.
Mm-hmm.
Just so if I jump in this again, I can just automatically have it and not have to worry about it at all.
Sure.
And you can finally buy MP restorative items.
Yeah. Oh, I also bought a lot of those.
Unlimited
so I also
amount of
could,
them, I mean.
not do it next time as well.
Yeah.
Unlimited amount. I
I
mean,
bought
you
99.
could always buy.
I bought 0, and I didn't need them.
Fair.
I think I ran through about 99 of them. Just
I
grinding.
did at least that. Yeah.
Yep.
So here in this, I'll call it a dungeon. It's not really much of a dungeon.
A corridor.
This corridor. I don't know why I'm leaving this in.
So we can talk about the corridor.
But I don't show the entirety of it. But the gist is there are several platforms which will take us to crystals, which will take us to, or which will create
Previous human.
recreate past boss fights, which we will soon see.
Yeah.
And the whole thing is, if we defeat these bosses again, it will make the final boss easier, Ashwatan. And
Well, they didn't give us the option.
if
They
you
didn't give us the option
choose
more
to
boss
skip
fights.
them, the final boss will be more difficult. I, of course, went ahead and beat all of them.
Oh yeah. Same.
And but Funslinger had other plans.
Why
Yeah,
not
yeah.
have us give us the chance to have more boss fight?
I'll be honest. At that point,
I
I wanted to
mean-
just finish the game.
Yeah, at this point, I recommend just destroying all the crystals because you get the second best weapon for every archetype out of doing it. So,
I did
I
notice
love that.
they-
I did get the sword and went, my current one's better.
I mean, it was
Right.
still good.
Well-
Still good, but like,
I guess as
Yeah.
far as the sword goes, then you get the third best one.
like I didn't want to switch out of his
But-
sword already because it does the almighty damage, which is just really nice.
Right. Yeah, the Elegy of the Soul Sword is a lot better.
For sure.
So with all these platforms moving around, I was getting big Distortion World vibes from Platinum.
Yeah.
I can see that.
I didn't
can see that.
I didn't consider that, but I can see that now for
Yeah,
sure.
yeah. Minus some of the waterfalls.
Yeah, where's my waterfall that lets me go?
You keep chasing
Upside
them, and that's
down.
the problem. So I took them away.
Oh, I mean, fair.
Don't go chasing waterfalls.
So I assume we all went through these relatively easily, but I'll ask anyway. Did you guys have any
Except-
issues with any of these?
Well, except Funslinger.
Yeah, I didn't have
Um,
issue at all.
The first part of this, no.
No
the
issue
second
if you
part
don't
kind
do
of
it.
annoyed me a little bit.
What was it?
First part, absolutely fine. The second part kind of annoyed me because it kept giving you like putting you against teams of 2, and one of them always repelled the other's weakness. So at a certain point, I either avoided certain creatures because if I did weakness on one, it repelled it back. But I did that or almighty damage. At a certain point, I just started doing almighty damage or just skipped it because I didn't want to get repelled every time I tried to kill one thing.
So when it comes to the mobs, I was pretty much enough level to hit most of them anyway. But I think Driver's Back was talking about the mini bosses.
Oh, the mini bosses. Yeah, no, those were fine. Those were whatever.
Yeah. When it comes to the mobs, I get to the point where I can just knock them out easily
Mhm.
without issue. But when I was actually in fight with them, I know a lot of our techniques now will hit multiple targets. But I made sure I would keep some single target hits
Yeah.
on each character. That way, I didn't run into that issue where they would just repel me every time.
That's why I didn't like it though, because most of the stronger ones require you to hit all of them. Like if it only hits one target, most of the time it's a medium damage, not a high damage.
It's
Mm.
the frogs.
I'd rather have the high damage and just either almighty damage or just avoid and kill something else, than have to go to medium or lower.
Oh, better go ahead.
That and I wanted to
Go
inherit
off.
different skills on my people that
Sure.
are better coverage than just having a double like affinity types.
I get that. That's not really how I played through it, but like,
Yeah.
I mean, that's the beauty of an RPG. You can play however you can use whatever setup you want, right?
Yeah,
So-
I wanted to have coverage.
Well, I'm sorry. The general still isn't here.
I like that our music here is the title music.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is nice. It kind of brings it full circle, I suppose.
Mm-hmm. Especially later when we get into the fights, boss fights.
Third damn time we fought that thing.
Yeah. How many times you had to teach you this lesson, old man? That's SpongeBob reference.
That one was
Thank you.
that one was pretty easy. Like that's why I like having all of the multiple hit things that are strong. 'Cause I can just knock out like all the apples in one go,
Yeah.
and then just pummel it.
Well, I would hope so.
And it did get pummeled.
How many of these fights were there? 6?
Yes.
Is that right?
I think one for each human boss.
I do believe so. And there's 4 in the first set and 2 in the second set.
So does it just go in complete order when you fought them all? I wasn't.
I don't know. That's a good question.
Well, probably not, since we just saw Watch the Pomegranate.
Yeah, I think it's just.
Well, I
depends
also
on-
didn't do it in the order that they had originally presented. I was jumping back and forth. I just don't show that in the video.
Yeah, right. It shouldn't. I ended up going in that order, but then I just thought, wait.
No.
I went in
No.
order just so I wouldn't forget which one I already hit.
We watched
Look how
the
cute!
worm, then we went to the pomegranate. Now we're at the baby head. So
Yeah.
The
No
adorable
order.
baby.
I knew if I did go in order, I would forget which ones I already did. And I have to go back and forth and travel, and figure I'd just do them in order so I wouldn't forget what I was doing.
And that's probably smart.
I fog award, so I had to go through everything just in case.
Yeah, I went to
I went
every
back.
area, unlocked the map fully, and then went back and
Mhm.
did everything. Funslinger, your first go round for the game, did you do all the crystals? I'm assuming. you
Oh
probably-
yeah. Oh yeah.
Did you have any specific thoughts when you first played?
I thought it was kind of cool just revisiting them all. The Eggman, I was happy to fight again.
Yeah.
Robotnik?
What about the
Uh,
what about the walrus?
Cuckoo, cuckoo.
No. But I wasn't happy to see the octopus again. Just because I was like,
Kraken?
I forgot the octopus ever even existed, to be honest. He's one of those new
Alright.
bosses that I kind of forgot about.
Yeah, well, to me, he was the hardest boss. So
wow, you cracked the crystal.
Crack the
did.
code. So this guy, the one that was tied to Yufa's whole storyline, I understood how he worked this time. It's still he's the one who took me the longest, still, but
I did all my damage. I took out the guessing game and said, screw it, I'm just going to almighty you.
I'm going to
I'm-
tycoon you.
I'm not. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not going to think about this. I'm just going to just hit you.
Tycoon goes hard. Oh.
It depended like where I was at that point because I had 2 separate teams I ran with. So I would clear an entire thing with one team, level them up, do all that stuff, do certain bosses with them, whatever. And as soon as I got low on MP or anything, I would just immediately switch out teams and keep going, and then go back to Nurse. So I don't really.
that's how I was doing things for a while throughout the game.
Just skipped the dental office.
Yeah, I didn't show the grindy part. So there is a part with a couple what are they called?
Teeth.
Seeds.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Where
Seeds.
the mobs respawn.
Oh,
and there's
okay.
just a bunch of teeth. That's where I guess we all did some grinding in there, but
Oh, I had
Got
everything.
I
Good
think
magma.
Yeah, that was good. There's also a couple elemental little sprites running around too.
Mhm.
But we found Luis. He's just
Oh, yeah.
Final confrontation
He's
right
just always
here.
unbothered. I wish to be that unbothered all times. He's just hanging
Yeah,
out.
Well,
just be more like Oshwatton.
Always
uh,
unbothered.
you saw how we opened up. I am completely bothered.
Yeah. I was scared.
I was in.
I was jazzed.
Yeah. That's jazz is a good word I go into.
So here we are trying to just talk
Black
it out with him.
philosophy.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I'm sure he'll listen to words.
Yeah, he's probably changed his mind since the
Yep.
last time we talked.
Probably.
So I think we're good.
About what, a week or so ago?
Yeah.
I want to say I kind of skipped through some of this too because,
You were ready to end the game.
well, there's that, and it was just a repeat. Like it started out as just a repeat of stuff before. Like, so I already knew what he wanted to do. I was like, okay, brother, I could talk to you again. You're not
Yeah.
going to change your mind. You're just going to try and beat me up again. Like, I know what's going to happen.
See, I kind of get that, and I do agree to an extent. So a complaint that I do have, which it feels like I have a lot of complaints about the game. I do love the game. I'm not,
No, it was a good game, but yeah, there are complaints to be had.
but one complaint that I do have, and it's not just this game that does it. It's more of a trope, but you defeat bad guy A one time. Bad guy A comes back again. You defeat him again. Bad guy A comes back to life or is redeemed somehow, but then you have to fight him
And there
again.
went my moral compass.
It's just
Oh, Jesus.
okay.
Yeah.
That's fine. Thank you all for watching. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe.
Wow,
and
now
Louis
he's-
Watchwatch will not be here next time. Thank you.
But yeah.
So, yeah,
Turns
we
out
see.
he had an archetype.
Yeah, Luis has
Yeah.
his own archetype.
I want to know what it's. Well, I was like, what is it, the Nemesis or something?
I would assume it was just a different version of King because he did have the scepter.
I think it.
Oh, what's he
has
doing
something
here?
to
I didn't
do
see
with,
this.
Like a demon. Because I think it calls him like Demon Luis or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't remember. It's something like that.
I didn't see him do the shield thing. I beat him too quick because he's weak.
Yeah. Yeah.
But yes, you were saying beforehand there, Dramas Pack, before I.
Oh no, it's fine. It's just I hate the trope where you fight the same guy over and over and over and over and over again.
Like the pomegranate.
At least that's something that was recreated each time. Like it was brought back. Like Luis, it's just we
Beat him up so many times.
beat him up, then we beat him up, then we beat him up. We're gonna have to beat him up again.
Yeah.
Because now he's
Yeah, now he's a
fleeing
coward
again.
because he's weak and ran off.
Yeah.
So, and again, that's not just an issue I have with this game. It's a lot of games.
It's
do
very
that.
common,
unfortunately.
unfortunately.
And I don't love it.
I mean, how many times have we beaten up the rivals in Pokemon? And they
A
just
lot.
run off.
Oh, Wally never learns his lesson.
Oh yes, the whole 2 times we fight him
Yeah. No, you tried like 3 or 4 times, don't you? Or
in
was Like-
in Hoenn. No,
that
we
could
only
be-
fight
that
Wally twice. Right in
be
front
May.
of Ballville and Victory Road.
That could be May then. I don't know.
The other
So we
rival.
learned
you
that-
had-
Is like,
Yeah.
hey, JK about not being able to get this up and going. We can
we
do
had
it.
just enough fuel for one more trip.
Give me a minute. I'll get it up and going.
Fear is
I-
a great motivator.
I really love this whole sequence right here.
It
did-
did give me chills.
Did you include the anime cutscene that comes after this?
Yes.
Okay.
Nah, who needs that?
I was actually thinking about requesting if you would leave it in regular time because I
Oh.
love it so much. But I understand we have time constraints.
Right.
But everybody, you should really play the game. This cutscene coming up here just really gets me in the
No.
feels, and it's just wonderful.
It was so cringy, but I had a big grin on my face the entire most of the time.
Yeah. It's
Cringy. I think it's cool as hell.
I've seen a lot of anime, so it's just how I felt about it.
I
felt
think it's
like-
really awesome. I'm there
It's-
with you, Funslinger.
It was
Thank
cool.
I had a. It had
I
a
like
great
seeing
time
her
watching it.
summoning magic. I liked her summoning magic actually being like animated. That was kind of cool.
And so
Cringy in
the
a good way, is what I'm
protagonist,
saying.
the protagonist escapes, and they're just fighting all this massive hordes of humans. And it's like they're gone.
And that was a. I felt like that was a Lord of the Ring reference there.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Just-
that kind of gave me some
Like
Gimli
Gimli and
legless
yeah.
vibes. Yeah.
How about with a friend?
So
I do love how
cool.
it's the boys going after the guy, the creatures in the air. The girls are staying behind on the land, and like.
And
Protect
it's
the
so
Skyrunner.
cool to see them use their archetypes
Mhm.
outside of like regular combat.
Yeah. And Funslinger, I know what you mean. You would refer to watch this at normal speed, but I'm still getting chills watching it right now.
Yeah,
Like,
me
it's
too.
Like,
still really good.
It's still
Yeah.
really good.
Because it just seems like the odds are totally against them, and that
Which
this
they
is
are.
it. They're sacrificing their lives right here, so the protagonist can go face Luis for the final time.
And Gallica's there.
I
Too.
think Gallica, Gallica yelling, "We have to go back for them!" Like you can feel like these are people we've grown to love and care about this entire adventure.
I'm drinking my water.
We're just leaving them behind.
Like,
Obviously, I understand why, but still,
yeah, after
upsetting.
our conversations and then going into that,
Yeah,
the first time I played this, I was like, okay, somebody's dying, if not all of them.
Yeah. Which I wouldn't have
Reality.
actually hated because it would
Mhm.
put more
stakes at the line.
more stakes, and also more of like a more sacrifice was given to the cause that they fought for.
And here we go. This is it. We are going to talk Luis down.
Yeah.
yep, this is it.
He's not
None of the other 17 times worked, but this one,
This has got to be it.
we're gonna have a little heart to heart, Luis and I.
I think what bothered me more about
Well-
that is not the back to the anime thing. Like it's like very heavy anime trope, which is why it kind of annoyed me when I saw it as much because
Talk no jutsu.
talk no jutsu versus a lot of games doing it. Like it's also a really heavy anime trope.
Mm-hmm.
Except it usually works better in anime and less in games.
Oh no.
Oh man, he sounds like me when I really got to poop.
Fair.
So
Fair.
now we're gonna, 1v1 him.
Yep. I know Gallica's there.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
1.1v1 him.
Correct.
He's gonna just, like stab him with a toothpick.
Yeah.
I do like she has a sword though. It's kind of fun. I don't know what she's gonna use it for. But she just have a sword.
It's just there for aesthetics.
So, Lord Luis only wins when he cheats.
I mean, he did do the work to get to that point. Like he did do all of his shenanigans and smart brain things to get the staff.
He is dedicated to his cause. I will
Yeah.
give him that.
He is fully confident and he believes in it. So
And he did let you fight him, like all your people versus just him, because he said any amount of power you gain is valid.
Right. And
and
Hey, look, it's
here
heart to heart now.
the protagonist awakens to his archetype.
so I want to just say the screaming, the yelling really got me. Like that was, and then his heart explodes. So, but
Good.
I really enjoyed hearing him scream. You guys know what I mean, though, right?
I can see what you're saying. Yeah, it really gave it emotion. Where
Some
like
weight to it.
the protagonist didn't really show a whole lot of emotion throughout it, more than a normal Atlas game. But that right there was like, whoa.
Right.
Joker is full of emotions. Thank you very much.
And then here we are. We're dead. Turns out this is heaven. So that's the end of the game.
Yeah.
And here we're gonna learn a lot more about
More.
We learn more about him.
Yeah.
Yeah. More about more.
Yeah.
I'm okay, Dad.
Butterfree. Yeah, the Velvet Room. Reality and fantasy. In between.
Hey, look, he got away from the
Yeah,
desk.
He's still sitting
He
though.
is, but he's got little legs. He's working on it.
Cat.
Cat.
Yeah.
So yeah, we're gonna learn what this place is. I guess he already said it's between reality and fantasy.
Yeah.
I do have one concern now that I'm thinking about it, but I'll wait until we get to that point, and it involves the cat.
Okay. He was in a box.
A
In
magic
Japan?
box.
Whoa. We are in Tokyo.
Can we go meet a trickster?
He just walks by in a mask.
That would be kind of cool if they did that.
Just had a blink and you miss it.
Mm-hmm. I mean,
Much
maybe
better.
they did. I'd have to look at a video see if like anyone like found any weird little Easter eggs in this part.
Probably not a catchy though.
Probably no catchy.
Probably not.
I mean, he's alive, so it could happen.
Whoa! Spoilers.
So more, he wants us to stay here because it's nice and safe in Japan, as opposed to that non-place. But Gallica wants us back. We hear her screaming in our ear.
She wants us to snap back to reality.
Oop! There goes gravity.
Once again, Mom and Dad are fighting over me.
Yeah.
I mean,
Wait,
yeah.
Gallica's the
sort of.
mom in this situation?
Yes, sir.
Or is it- or
Spoilers,
is it-
spoilers,
or is
but
it
yes.
Gosh darn it, this is Yu-Gi-Oh! RP all over again.
Honestly, I hate to say it, Moore makes a lot of valid points in this.
I mean, that's what makes it so compelling. I
Yeah,
mean,
like-
Yeah.
Right.
He's not wrong most of the time.
See, the captain agrees. The real world isn't a utopia.
I mean, what is utopia though?
Terrible place.
I
Silly
mean,
place.
we're always gonna have some sort of strife.
Strife.
You know? So
Yeah, he's.
a utopia is only going to be a temporary thing, regardless. Like, there's always going to be some sort of conflict.
So I haven't done it, but I know there's a special ending, like a lot of Atlas games have. Apparently, at the very beginning, like whenever he asks you to join him, before all of this happens, you can say yes and you get like a bad ending.
And then earlier, you can realize Lewis has some valid points. Let's join him.
Yeah.
There are multiple bad endings.
yeah, same.
Don't-
You can deny that you're the prince, and you get a bad ending. Which the bad ending is just fantasy is dead.
Oh, where's the fun
Yeah.
in that?
Yeah.
Used to be more used to be full of life and vigor, and then he got old.
Yeah, you know,
All the light died in his eyes.
Never get old, kids.
Don't do it.
True.
Try not to.
Once you get 30, it's over.
Yep.
Thanks.
I got a few months left.
Oh, you young and you.
Yeah.
I remember when I was your age, a couple weeks
Last
ago.
week.
Once again, Dad wavers in his resolve.
Yeah, we never really acknowledged it ourselves, but yeah, he is father.
He is daddy.
He ain't your daddy, he's your grandpa.
No, he's my daddy.
Oh, okay.
This was a challenging fight.
For
Oh,
sure.
yes.
Yeah, definitely.
I had him
Totally.
I had him in 1 health point left in the first hit.
Yeah.
Yeah. I got an unscathed triumph.
Mm-hmm. Which you had to hit him like 3, 4
yeah,
times
a
before he
couple
actually.
times and he was done.
Mhm.
Yeah. Luckily, with me resisting all damage, I just blocked everything.
That is very handy. That's been very handy. Like he ended up being more of a tank than Hulkenberg at one point.
I haven't used Hulkenberg in a hot minute.
I used her the entire way through.
I used her a little bit off and on, but she wasn't in the main boss party.
At a certain
all
point, she
times.
got a little less useful because all the enemies also only used multi-hit. But for like, they were forced into multi-hit because they did have ones that would just hit really hard single, and they never did because they would just hit Hulkenberg and they were like, nah, I don't want to do that.
Yeah, Hulkenberg and Heismay kind of served a similar role for me, but Heismay just did it better. So I would, if I needed to swap Heismay out, I would for Hulkenberg. Same with
His
Juna
evasion.
Yeah.
and Yufa and Basilio and Stroll. So
You had your first half party and then second half party when they all slowly got replaced.
Mm-hmm.
pretty much.
I didn't use Heismay a whole lot, but he
Man,
was like,
I don't.
go ahead.
No, you finish. I interrupted you.
You're fine. I just like how you can like hex the entire enemy team, like enemy group, and then just make them all weak to your dark move would just be like bonk.
I don't think I could imagine going through this game without using Heisme, to be honest.
That's the true
At
hard
this
mode.
point.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's
He
gonna
was
ride or
good. He was-
die.
He was Team B for me. I used him sometimes, but he wasn't like a huge one I used.
All right, Dad. Let's. It's time to let me go. I'm a big boy now.
I must go back to mother.
To less.
This is where I had the question.
Okay.
So he says he's going back to like he's gonna fade away, all that stuff. What happens to his cat?
Well, we do find
Oh,
out later.
Yeah.
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 I don't.
That is actually something we do see.
I don't remember finding out about that, but I believe you.
I do have that saved in here, so we will see that.
Nice. Okay.
Yeah, I looked around right here. I'm like, where's the cat? Where's
yeah.
the cat?
Yeah. Like,
I finally learned I can climb to the second story, and then I'll try to
Oh.
that.
oh yeah, for sure.
You never knew that before?
I think I only did it like
Oh.
once. I forgot about it.
I did it the first time I came in here, and then
Never
that's
again.
it.
I mean, you got something up there. I don't know what you found. Some kind of item up there, I think.
You find
found
information about your archetypes and whatnot,
That's what it was. All like
I
the.
believe.
Better prepare. Make sure.
It was a demon.
Yeah.
The old demons.
All right. Let me go.
Dad.
Can I go now? Please stop talking. I want to go
Yeah.
fight.
Also, Dad
Can
is
you
wearing
let me
high
go?
heels.
I mean, that was
Yeah.
the style of the time.
Also, he looks good in them.
Right.
His dad is
I
rocking
do
those high
agree.
heels.
I do agree.
I wish I
Go
could-
off, King.
Wish I could rock high heels like my dad does.
Oh,
And then there's Mom.
poor boy.
I love how Hulkenberg
Poor
just like
Stroll
gets
just jumped.
out of the way.
Get out of here.
Poor Ryuji. I mean, Stroll.
So I do like the fact that like they all lived. I didn't want any of them to die, but something Garnet touched upon earlier is that would have had more impact if there was some sort of death or something
Yeah.
during
Yeah.
that. Especially since we saw like Stroll and like we saw the boys fall
Fall.
down.
That or like permanent injury of some kind, like some sacrifice made that saves them, but does permanently, like
Mess them up.
yes.
Basilio would look pretty rad with an eye patch.
I would hope.
Yeah, he would.
I think it would cover his non-scarred eye.
Let's talk him down one more time.
Yep.
Yeah. I sure hope he doesn't fuse with his gauntlet runner.
That would be unfortunate. That's actually interesting. Do you remember what his gauntlet form was called? What the name of it?
The Caradrius.
I wonder if that actually means something. That could have been like foreshadowing.
Well, I mean, they do say in the Elden Sanctum that Caradrius was his last name
Okay.
when he was still in
Alright.
the Elden Sanctum.
I like how her third eye is just always looks unamused at all times.
For sure.
Yeah, and she really needs to start using eye drops now if she doesn't want to.
Be like
Old
Yeah.
Zorba.
old Zorba.
It's nice that everyone got their, little bit of say in before we fight.
Yeah, I mean
Again.
that's
I mean,
another-
when we talk him down, I mean.
right.
Whoa.
Never say never. Justin Bieber taught me that one, guys.
True.
Ooh.
Is it weird that I really love screams in games like this? Like it,
You just love hearing people scream. We got it.
it makes me feel like there's real emotion in it if it's done well. Anyway,
I think the voice acting in this is pretty good.
I mean, I do love a good scrim.
So now we fight Lucifer. I mean, Luis.
so I don't show the entire final fight because it's
Easy.
very rinse and repeat for me. But Funslinger actually sent me his fight to kind of edit in, and we'll see his version of the second phase after we kind of see what I do here. But
So you didn't include my first phase?
I did not.
Shoot. Man, I was just dunking on Luis the whole time.
There wasn't much to show, to be fair.
Exactly.
This
Because he's not a
whole,
hard boss fight.
this whole first phase, Luis did not get a turn.
So initially, I'm like, okay, let me just see what is good or bad against it. But then eventually, I'm like, what if I just
What if I
killed him
Wonton?
instead?
Yeah, on Basilio is very
So-
solid.
But I really do like how this version of him looks. How it kind of calls to Dante's Inferno, the final canto.
I did think it was interesting how all the eyes are in the wings for the different races.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the bastard's own words. Yeah.
Exactly. The weak deserve to die.
So we hit him.
So take out Lord Luis because he's a punk.
So Luis here in his final fight has a move that he never once used on me. He can just instantly one-hit KO whatever race he chooses. He never once did that to me.
I think I avoided that too, but probably because I was using, if it's a one target thing, because I was using, gosh, what's her name? Hulkenberg.
Hulkenberg's Knight defense.
No,
yeah.
it's a move where he says basically all the I can't even think of it.
Yeah, I know. When he ever made references to the different races.
Yeah, he says
Yeah.
all the Mustari are weak.
I saw that, and he never was able to one-shot me at all.
But yeah, if you switch them out, then they won't die. But I just kind of let mine die as it happened.
Yeah, I mean, I have the revive from Savior on my protagonist, so I can just bring back anyone I wanted.
I just had like 99 revives anyway.
Yeah.
He never even used it on me, so I didn't know it was a thing until I was editing Funslinger's footage as well. I'm like,
Oh, that's a
new
move.
to me. So
Okay.
So you want to take this one over, Funslinger?
Sure. So, of course, just let Heismay distract.
That's something I was doing as well.
Do my mega damage move. Yeah,
That
all
wasn't a
them,
whole lot, actually. That was surprising.
all them turn icons.
Oh yeah. Oh, he missed. And they all win.
And I get 1.5.
That's all
'Cause
you
it-
need.
He would like exert so much pressure that normally if I didn't have the item that gave me an extra turn icon, I would just have one total.
Yeah, so the main differences in, like, if you don't destroy all the crystals, I believe the main differences are he gets more turn icons, he gets a move that depletes yours, and he gets more attacks, stronger attacks, of just varying like elemental
And he's
moves,
like
and
level 90 compared to like level 80 maybe.
yeah,
Thought
something
so,
like
yeah.
that. And he has more HP overall.
Yeah.
So he's around my level then.
So like I saw you were doing damage here and doing like you were doing like the max 9999 damage.
Yeah.
And it was just you were barely whittling down at him. So
Yeah,
I do
it's
love
like
Yufa for her ability to revive everyone. I'll use her all the time. Just I'll defend, I'll protect her, and then just revive every single person.
yeah, that's
But, yeah.
that's more or less what I was doing. I was using Heismay to distract, and then Yufa to restore health, and then Basilio to make the big hits, and the protagonist do anything in between.
Yeah.
Right.
yeah,
It would-
Basilio would just chip
Wonton.
away.
Heismay take aggro and dodge. Yufa to buff Basilio, and our captain leads the charge. He did so much.
Yeah, that was the move where it destroys all of one tribe.
Yeah, where all the eyes appear. Yeah, and I also noticed you were just reviving like nearly every turn.
Yeah, pretty
Maybe
much.
every other turn, perhaps.
I bought a ton of Balms of Life, which is a full heal from Revive.
Mhm.
And then Yufa would use the Harvest God and revive everybody if necessary.
Yeah.
That move right there, it does almighty damage and is the only thing that could hurt my protagonist. the first time I tried this, he just kept spamming that over and over, and it killed me. After 35 minutes in the boss fight, he's just like,
Oh.
nah, fam.
That happened to you
Hey.
with the third dragon. That happened to me because I waited 15 years between all of his turns, and at the very end we had like 2 health left. He nuked my team, and I'm like, what?
Okay.
Like, you can do what I can do, but I can't do any of that. What are you talking about?
And one
But
last
whenever I
hit.
could finally get that move off, boy, yay.
And then suddenly, we turn daylight on.
We turn light mode on instead of dark.
Dawn breaks on the day of the hero.
Ooh, you know what that means?
It's Tuesday?
No, Tuesday's not real.
Battling for king.
Yay, Batlin for king!
I would vote for Batlin.
Right?
He even said that he would tear his heart out.
He would. For his own people.
Oh,
So
And
during
never
this
mind.
cutscene, I was like, okay, if he comes back, we have to fight him one more time. I was prepared to be so pissed.
Okay, I thought it was. I kind of figured this would happen, kind of like how Persona 5 ended.
We saved Christmas.
Yeah, like he was one last fight, and then you appear and just start blasting.
Yeah. I mean,
It's what happens.
Yeah.
Spoilers.
spoilers. This is just a cutscene, but I was very prepared to be upset about one last fight.
We could have 1v1 1.1 him,
We could have, but
but we got
I didn't
arched
want
up.
to.
yeah, we awakened to the king archetype. Which I was very disappointed in my new game plus that I wasn't able to use the king archetype.
That would
Oh.
kind of
Yeah.
make sense.
I was
think.
curious about that because there was no extra little slot. Like, there's always a little slot extra,
I mean, they-
like you can use. No.
Could have just upgraded Prince into King once we unlocked that.
That would also be cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would make sense as well.
Ha!
And we finally,
Loser.
yeah,
Loser.
Finally.
We finally beat him for good?
We
The
did it.
royal
he's
scepter's
actually
gone.
over here.
We did it.
Oh.
Hooray.
More! The king. Now he's
Whoa.
old.
Can you change back?
And here, I think
like
is
your
where
OC
we
character more.
Yeah.
where we learn more about what I was going to talk about earlier.
Yeah.
That mysterious voice.
Less.
Yep. Less.
She became an immaterial being among the fairies, which, if you read the memorandum in the game, it states that she moved her soul into the body of a fairy, that fairy being Gallica. So
Yeah.
this whole time,
Mhm.
Gallica has actually been Mom.
Mom.
I didn't
Ah!
actually
I
realize
want my
that.
mom.
Yeah, it's like a translation error. In the Japanese, it says, it actually outright says, went into Gallica.
Interesting. Okay. But that voice was Mom. That I feel like that's something we all kind of figured, but it is something I did say, so it's another prediction I got right.
Yeah, because you
But-
played the game before.
Shut up.
I also just want to say that Ashwat's ships of the protagonists and
Oh,
Gallica
yeah.
are now completely disgusting.
Well, I mean,
I also self-shipped him, so
Exactly. So maybe you should stop doing ships.
it's
No,
not like
it's
it's like
under
saying
that
16
way.
Kingdom Hearts. Like, there's a lot of people in Sora at one point. Like, you can't you know,
if you're not
It's-
Sora, you're Xehanort.
it's still Sora.
Fun
What I
thing,
do like-
You just. Sorry.
Oh, in the stained glass window, you could see the image of the
Let-
Queen of the Elda, your
Mhm.
mother.
Louis still has a lot of supporters, though. He is still in number two, or in the second place. Drum roll, please.
He's I'm so excited now.
Yeah.
Loveless.
No need
One
to
thing
get a
about the
big
rocks I
head
never
about it.
liked. I never liked the rocks. How it looks like it has a head that's like looks like a huge bulbous like tumor-looking neck. I hate it.
That's his
Freaks me
Adam's
out.
apple.
Oh, he's got him on the back of his neck too. It freaks me out.
That's his Adam's orange.
Has it Eve's apple?
So one thing that I really like about Metaphor over Persona
Mm-hmm.
is right now you see the people, they're so excited. Some of the people, they're a little butthurt that Luis lost,
Yeah.
of course. But you get to see that people are excited, and they're excited for you, where in Persona, it's never like, oh
You get no
yeah,
recognition.
the Phantom Thieves, starting with, it doesn't give them the actual recognition. It's
Well,
just
sometimes it's better to do stuff from the shadows.
I just kind of like
Yeah.
how it's more linear in this game. Like, it's very... Like,
it feels like we have a lasting impact compared to where in Persona it's like everybody sweeps it under the rug. It's like, life goes on.
I guess I
Yeah,
want
and
to stay
I'm
with...
honestly more okay with that myself.
Right.
I don't need the recognition. It's nice, but it's not something I really care about. It is kind of a different story because we are king and we are in the public eye anyway. Whereas in Persona, we're just a kid, right? Like, who are we? We're not.
I mean, he's just a
Trying-
kid.
Right, but he is a kid who's trying to become king. He's trying to gain the public's favor. So it does make more sense.
Yeah.
But in Persona, I think it's fitting that we get the recognition here, but we don't in those games.
Yeah, I mean, it is fitting, but it just seems
Most
more
people didn't even know
realistic
about the
that
Shadow
people
World
would,
anyway.
be celebrating the people that just saved the world compared to,
Most people don't even realize they're saving the world in Persona.
Yeah, no one really knows what's going on unless they're inside of the palace itself.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, that's me, Lord Luis. Right?
Yeah, it's Lord Luis.
that's right.
Nakoto.
Thanks, Mom. I can't say what I'll accomplish. Maybe nothing. I might be completely terrible, but I
Yeah.
think you guys should support me anyway.
I
I'm
might
gonna-
just be a Nepo baby this whole
I'm gonna
game.
try. That's true. I might.
And there are some people that call you out for that.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I do.
You hitting on me? I feel like she's hitting on me.
I mean,
Eh.
I've seen what
It's
you did with
inappropriate.
me and the bookcase.
That's true.
Trash.
Don't tell Yufa.
Don't tell her.
But
Don't tell
I
her
can't
brother.
give
Don't
it
tell
all,
her
that'd
brother
be
specifically.
disgusting.
Hulkenberg can have her.
I don't love the crown.
Yeah, it's,
I don't love the design myself.
I mean, he is also very small. The biggest kind he has to grow into.
Should just be wearing the headband.
1 year has passed.
So now we skip ahead to December 35th of the next year.
So, Mage Academy has been reopened.
I do have
Yeah.
questions
And
though. They just
Mistress?
gotta leave the Saint there by the academy.
Yeah.
It's kind of morbid in a sense. Let the
I don't know.
get
I
buried.
mean, it's like Mount Everest. There's just dead bodies all around.
I suppose.
I like to imagine they did, like, they thought her and gave her a proper burial or something.
Yeah, give like a
Yeah.
whole ceremony kind of thing, not just leave her at a thing ice so all the new people, all the new recruits can just look at the body of a saint.
Yeah, especially with Juna taking over as head mistress. There's no way she'd just let her sister be on display like that.
Yeah.
Hopefully they find something really cool when they're excavating.
Me? Yeah, that'd be nice.
But yeah, there's just people kind of talking about the protagonist
Breeze.
as king.
Mm-hmm.
Wonder where he's at.
Yeah, surely he would never be walking around without his guard.
Yeah,
No,
we
surely
wouldn't have
not.
be walking around with the common folk.
We definitely did do whatever we wanted for most of this game. Like we're definitely gonna follow rules now.
And I mean, you can really respect that. He wants to see
Yeah.
what life is like truly, not just with his
For sure.
guard.
I like his hat.
And I totally
Yes.
respect that for sure.
Everybody's
at least try
outfit
to
here in the
disguise, though.
vlog is awesome.
Like disguise
And,
yourself, brother. What are you doing?
I was really hoping that in New Game Plus that these
could wear
outfits would
those.
carry over. They don't.
Who makes her clothes? That's got to be really tedious. Like,
Magic.
yeah, no, yeah, it's fair. She's a fairy.
You guys aren't very good at your jobs. If he was
Right.
just sitting there and he just decided to walk out.
I love how Stroll does not like his outfit. Though.
So, can you pause for a second?
Yeah, what's up?
Okay.
I like her hat too.
With her outfit right now,
Mm-hmm.
she reminds me of that one all-girls wizard school in Harry Potter.
That doesn't exist.
Uh,
Bobaton.
Bobaton.
Something
Or
like that. Like,
Bobaton, I mean.
she reminds me of like a
Oh.
Harry Potter school.
Bobatons is the all-girls school in the movie
Yeah.
Up in the Fire.
That's like very like.
Bobaton is mixed.
Oh, that was it. That's what Mel thought there. It was just something that struck me.
Okay.
Does that mean when she goes, birds will just fly out?
Yes.
I hope not.
Yes.
Also, I don't believe we're the type of person to just hang a painting of ourselves right behind our own desk.
Wait,
I'd assume that's
have
not our
to.
choice in the matter.
It
Or
was
we can
definitely
decide.
Hulkenberg that insisted
For
it. you
sure.
know it.
Probably, yeah.
And here we are just talking to some common fellow.
Dog.
But
Wolf.
then also-
Some drunk man.
All right.
If you need some work, I gotcha.
Thanks. I definitely have time for that.
Does he not recognize us? Or is he just offering the king some
Yeah.
honest labor?
A lot of people don't recognize us, but we stand out quite a bit.
I think it's
Right.
a Superman Clark
Clark Kent.
Kent thing.
I
We
th-
just as soon as our crown's off, no one knows who we are.
I said earlier he should have disguise. Maybe he just doesn't need one. No one has any idea who their king looks like.
Like I said, no cape, no crown, no idea.
Yep.
Inconspicuously. It's not like we have unique hair, this bright white jacket.
No.
Can't we put on a little some sort of a lesser garb or something? So after that, we can also go around and talk to everyone again.
For no
and see what
reason until
they've-
this time.
Yeah.
What they've
We don't get a cool
been
item.
up to in the last year.
I really savored this time, and I
Mhm.
talked to every single NPC.
Oh, I did not
stuff.
do that.
Yeah.
Ex candidates.
But
Yeah, it was nice to see how things have changed in the last year since we took over. And you guys have any thoughts on any of this end stuff right here?
Just need you to go talk to, or
Yeah.
when we get to Juna, something will come up.
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay.
yeah.
Nothing particularly for a lot of them.
He's alive!
Look, he is alive.
Whoa.
Spoilers, Garnet. Sorry.
And we're
Oh
we're just
no!
floating there on our sword.
Yeah.
Like a-
I don't
like a
recognize
cool
him as
kid.
the king or anything.
You know, I
Yeah.
really kind of looked up what happens to him because I was like, what did I not get? And it's kind of.
I love how in the beginning of the game they're all noticing an Elda, but here
Mhm.
it's, who's this guy?
Yeah.
that racist kid is still racist, though. I talked to him.
That tracks. Yeah, I really like Basilio's fit. It goes kind of hard.
Yeah.
Like, it looks really good on him, I think.
What was it that they called them? They're the six.
Oh.
Oh, I don't
Uh,
remember. I don't remember what you said. It was
Is
just-
it partisans or something?
Partisans. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, that's right.
And there are, like, if you talk to all the NPCs, there are some of them that kind of complain, like, oh, sure, all of his friends got to be the six partisans.
Freaking nepotism at its
Yeah.
finest.
Did
And-
you help save the world? No.
I mean, I can kind of see where they're coming from an outsider's perspective. Like, he's just picking his friends, but also, they've kind of earned it.
Yeah,
like,
I mean,
they-
I would
they
do the
pulled their
same
weight.
thing.
Well, most of them did.
yeah.
I think it was probably Milo that was complaining about it.
Hmm.
The
Oh, yeah, I
beauty
saw him.
candidate.
Yeah.
I saw him there and went, anyway, how's Loveless doing?
Look at that. It's Plateau right
Let's
there.
go.
No, he's right there.
Yep, and they
I
say
forgot about that.
that.
Yeah, I guess I did see him. Then.
Yep,
Took him
they
out.
found him
Wow.
in the Mage Academy.
Nice.
As
I
a
forgot. Yeah, I
stray.
forgot about that.
Stray 2. takes place
Whoa!
beneath
Oh,
the Mage
yeah.
Academy. Yeah, so Juna's kind of more or less looking after him now.
Good.
So no need to worry about the cat.
And yeah, just like a cat, Plateau just really doesn't even acknowledge us.
No, he's impartial.
Correct.
He's very much so. Just hanging out.
All the donkeys.
Donkey.
I really like
Bro.
the
Donkey.
horse donkey things.
The mule.
The mules?
Yeah,
Are they mules?
I would assume some variation of them.
Well, that's
Yeah,
what
that's what a horse and a donkey
thing
make.
is.
I know that, but I just
I
didn't
would
know
guess
if they
in
were
this world,
horses,
they're like
donkeys, or mules.
those also don't really look like mules, but
Right,
don't
the
look like a
ears,
mule.
version of them.
the ears and the tails throw me off.
Yeah.
There's something.
They could be honkies.
They
There we
could
go.
be, but let's
new
not.
canon there. New canon.
Are they
Or
honky tonks.
Badonkadonk.
a donkey donk.
Ooey.
Slap his grandma's in particular.
Let's not go around slapping grandmas.
Okay. Fine.
There is Loveless in the background.
She makes toy igniters. That one makes a rainbow.
Yeah, why can't I get one of them?
Right?
Does absolutely nothing
I'm-
in battle, but it.
I'm the king. I want a rainbow toy.
Right.
Well, maybe it would distract the enemies, like to only target you.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a
Yeah,
good point.
Same essential thing as Knight's Proclamation or something, but there's our wife.
Yeah.
We're not actually married. I feel like
Yeah.
that should have been a thing though.
Agreed.
I
You're
don't.
the S rank.
I don't
I
mind
mean-
the romance subplot. I like how they didn't make it a main plot.
Sure.
I think it's pretty clear that she is the choice. I mean, they
Yeah.
kind of write it that way.
And all three of her eyes are closed. Good for you.
Let's go.
She finally did it. Finally, some character development.
It's about damn time somebody has some character development.
Not me.
Yeah, correct.
I'm the same when we started and when we left. Even though you guys forced me to lead the intro.
We didn't force you to do anything, sir.
You forced me to do everything.
I can't
Boss.
confirm.
What?
You had him editing yesterday.
Yep. Can confirm. This is actually my my footage right now. He's making
Yep.
me do everything.
He really is. It's a problem.
He even made me hang up his new poster.
I
That's not
watched.
Kinks.
I watched.
So I don't know what that was all about.
He's making me eat nachos.
Oh,
Where-
that's
I
rough.
wish. I
How
want
could you do that
nachos.
to him?
Well,
What the
you
hell,
like it.
man?
That's a callback to Drimus Pack's first channel.
His original YouTube
the
channel.
Drimus Back channel.
Yes.
We are part of the Drimus Backpack. Someday he'll get back to playing Emerald.
Yeah.
We'll
Definitely go give him a like, comment, and subscribe. See
Yep.
if he'll continue his Emerald playthrough.
Yeah. Or restart it. I think you said you lost your footage or file for it.
That's rough.
We're not here to advertise my shit.
We are
channel
here
from
to
before.
shill. We must shill ourselves.
Anyway,
This,
we're about to
this
finish
video's
talking to
been-
everyone and then go back to talking to Maria. Because that's who we're looking for, actually, is Maria.
This video is sponsored by Drimus
Drimus
Pack.
Pack.
I didn't sponsor a damn thing.
I think when we get merch, we can actually have a backpack. Be the Drimus Backpack.
If I ever get merch, maybe. That won't be a Gamer Pass merch thing, though.
Oh, come on, man.
No, that's my thing. Get your own thing. Sling some
Oh.
fun and sell that as merch.
No.
It's just like really
Uh,
off-colored, like shiny things just being thrown at you. Really aggressive confetti.
So Maria is here talking to her father. Very sad. We found her here a year ago after the initial incident. And she's come such a long way.
This sassy
Did we
lost
ever learn
child.
about her mother?
No, just that her mom's dead of like a sickness or something.
Yeah, Fabian's her mother,
Yeah,
as
Yeah.
far as I'm concerned.
functionally, yeah, for sure.
Although I can't really picture Grius and Fabian together, but
Nah, they're together.
love
had it
finds a
common.
way.
I mean,
They had a common law marriage, I'm sure.
some women have weird taste in men. I mean, maybe not weird's not the right word, but different taste in men. Some men get women who are out of their leagues.
Grius is just turning his grave right now. How dare you?
By being really funny or something. But it turns out now that his whole entourage is here, now they all recognize him.
Yeah, we're not recognized unless our friends are with us.
Well, I mean, look at their outfits, of course.
I mean, look at
true.
her hat. And Norris.
Look, yeah, I was gonna say, and
Yeah.
Earth there.
Yeah, he's fine. He's already got the cape. He's good.
He ripped his uniform off because he hates it.
I mean, I'd probably be the same way.
He
to
does
be
what he
fair.
wants.
Always has.
Yeah, so they're kind of plotting a new adventure sort of
Yeah.
deal. Or just kind of talking about it.
Well, you know how friends go. They try to plot and everything and then never come through. Especially in a group like that.
Yeah, I mean, you know how hard it is for us to get together to play D&D. Like,
I mean, it was a whole year between sessions.
Yeah, try running a country and getting together.
I know running a country would probably be easier than it is playing a session or two of D&D. I imagine.
Getting 5 people to do D&D.
Yeah, fair.
Say
Yeah,
the
so if you don't do a Trial of the Dragon, he doesn't say that.
What if you were to only do like one of them? Would there still be some? No, none of it
No.
at all.
What if you go
Okay.
back to the mine and beat up that dragon?
Yeah.
Well, you just beat him up in the first place, so you don't have to.
No.
Also, those the armor items you get from the dragons are very helpful, though.
Yeah, I mean, you just gotta not be like a. Never mind.
A what, Punslinger?
Be like a
Nothing.
Lord
Oh, is that-
Louis.
No,
and
no,
be
go
a-
ahead, go
be
ahead.
a- Be weak and be a
Yeah.
coward.
Being a real Lord Luis.
So we're kind of just
Well,
up and
fucking
abandoning
chart.
our throne for a while, and we're just like, hey, let's go on an adventure, nurse. Let's go.
Yeah, let's just go with Norris and Gallica.
That
true.
sounds fine to me,
The
honestly.
true trio.
Maybe Nurse will awaken to an archetype.
I mean, we could give people archetypes.
That's true.
Yeah, that is
It's
true.
always been a thing.
Yeah.
Maybe he
That's
just doesn't want
true.
to fight though.
We did that
Yeah.
once and never again. I
Right?
kind of didn't even
I think
think
that would
about
come
that.
up more.
Yeah.
I feel like there is some requirement to the individual too, though, because like
He has all the
not
requirements.
everyone has the willpower maybe to wield it.
Norris is full of will.
He is very willful.
He doesn't have
I
a
hope
desire,
not.
though.
I don't ship that.
It is my new ship.
Oh no.
Anyway,
You have to let me
ship
ship anything.
who heard we were leaving? They're like, now without us, you're not.
No, we even changed back to our normal outfits for this.
Forever the spoil sport. Hulkenberg.
I mean, is she wrong though?
Yes.
Somebody needs
Yes.
to be the stick in the mud.
Someone's gotta keep the country going.
There's someone there probably.
Well, who is ranked number 3? We can put him in charge for a while.
There we go.
I mean, and we still got like the Prince of Oceania and Prince of Montario. They can run stuff.
We have Barden. Put him in place.
Yeah.
for a
Yeah, he's the
while.
governor.
Yeah, he could do
We
it.
make him governor, though. We just make him king. He's like, what? Excuse me.
I know you don't like scaring the wee ones, but here.
Don't
Take my
scare the,
crown for
don't
a
scare the
minute.
capital citizens.
Exactly.
All right.
How long of a trip are we actually planning? Do we actually discuss that?
No, we just gotta go.
No.
Yeah.
I mean, if the kingdom falls apart in the amount of time we're gone, then I mean, it was doomed to fall apart anyway.
Right. Yeah, so they break the fourth wall here. And they're like, yeah, you're pretty cool for doing this. You
I'll
saved
be honest,
us.
I
Pretty
could have
cool
gone,
for playing
gone
this
without
game.
like the sub thing of a fourth wall in the first place.
I like that. He's just chilling under there.
Yeah.
And I love
Yeah.
that Maria's here. This made me
Yeah.
so happy when I first saw it.
Wow.
And she
I
falls
love
off.
Maria. She deserves to
Right.
see the world. No, she
Thought
doesn't
she was gonna
fall
flip
off.
right over. With all this nice greenery and the credits.
So,
That
yeah.
was fun. I enjoyed.
Yeah,
So, do you guys have any predictions for, like, say, a DLC or a, say, sequel, or maybe like a definitive edition?
I
Like,
wouldn't
I can
mind
see
it
a
capping off
definitive
here.
editions like the Persona 4 Golden,
Reload,
Reload, and
Royal.
Emerald, Platinum.
Vengeance.
Yeah,
Vengeance.
I think they will do something like that. I don't necessarily think they need to. I never think they necessarily need to, but if they can do it well, which again, it's Atlas.
Gives
they
a few
typically
extra
do.
followers just for shiggles.
Yeah.
I think
wouldn't
it'd
mind
be
capping
cool.
it. It's a very clean, linear storyline. I would hate for them to do more and potentially.
Sully it.
Yeah.
I want to do more.
I would
I
like
don't-
to see maybe
My ship.
in a sequel, like maybe either a completely different story, like
A
they
la Final
do. You know,
Fantasy.
3, 4, and 5 aren't really connected for the Persona games.
But
Mhm.
same world.
I wouldn't
Uh,
mind seeing like
right.
the
Or-
country that what's her Catherine is in. Having a story
Or
That, yeah.
yeah, I would
Your
like
key ran
to
off
see maybe a continuation where maybe Maria is the protagonist. I could see.
Ooh, that'd be fun.
Yeah.
Like 10 years down the line or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I could see them giving this one the definitive edition treatment. But I also could see them doing a sequel to it several years down the line.
I wouldn't
So-
want them
Yeah.
to touch this country. I would want to leave this storyline just alone and have whatever like Catherine's doing with her the wordplay she mentioned, all the weird magic there, and have that be a story on that side of the world.
Yeah.
Just leave this clean and alone.
But for like a definitive edition, I would say maybe
More
a few
Batlin.
more party members. Like, yeah, maybe have Batlin awaken to an archetype, which they kind of tease with him saying like that he would rip his heart out.
Yeah.
Maybe a few other people.
Few people like Katharina or something. I'm
Yeah.
shocked she never joined
Yeah, I
the
thought
party
she would.
when we were doing that first dungeon.
I could also see Fabienne having her own.
Yeah, where's her
Uh,
freaking social link?
Yeah,
That'd be
like,
cool.
there's no way she'd be a
Yeah.
party member or anything like that, but I could see her having her own,
know what-
being a follower.
I thought she
very
was kind
important
of
part of the
tied
party.
to Maria so heavily it'd be hard to separate that out.
I mean,
Uh,
we had per 4, we had our cousin and uncle as separates, and they were really intertwined.
Yeah, that is true.
And then there's Futaba and
And Coffee Dad.
yeah.
Fujiro.
Sorry, I was being attacked by a cat.
Oh, good. I've been incapacitated for a while now. You just can't see him.
What are your guys' final thoughts over the game as a whole, though? Ashwatan?
I enjoyed greatly, even if I fell asleep during some boss fights. But that's because I play for like in the middle of the night.
Yeah.
I thought it was pretty okay. Pretty solid.
Like it's not that I was bored; it was just I was exhausted.
You were tuckered. Funslinger?
Very
I-
good music.
Absolutely love this game. I mean, I played through it and instantly
Twice.
went into my new game plus, and I didn't have a problem with it at all. Where normally it would just kind
That's
of be
impressive.
like,
A burnout kind of thing.
yeah,
Mhm.
kind of get burnt out on it. But this, not at all.
I
It
feel
was
like
still fun, and I had the challenge of trying to awaken all my archetypes and going through grinding, seeing what I can do, see how powerful I can get, so I can make the boss fight as easy as can be, even while remaining on hard.
Yeah.
And I did like that challenge.
I feel like if I was like, I wouldn't mind playing it again, but I want to play it in a way that's not rushed
Play
and
at your
not on
own
a
speed,
timer.
not
Yeah.
Because
I
I
get
feel
that.
like that detracts a little bit from the experience.
But
we're doing this for 2 months. Yeah, well, with maybe 1 day of actually being able to play a day. Which then we
Yeah,
have
pretty
to
much.
rush
Like
to the
I have
next
too
checkpoint.
much. I have too much
Stuff
going
going
on.
on.
That I wasn't able to really take my time and
Right.
really enjoy it.
I'm happy. I'm lucky. Well, that I just pretty much play every Thursday night on the start of my weekend.
I go in long binges of playing, and then I
Yeah.
just don't sleep for a while.
so here's
Sleep
our
schedule?
final
What's
scene.
that?
We see the Caradrius in the ground. And people are just kind of
Tourist attractions.
yeah, it's a tourist attraction.
Yep.
And the protagonist is writing his own book.
And that could tie it to
That's
a
our-
sequel as well.
Yeah, that's our sequel.
Yeah.
We're in his world.
And I love Heisman and Basilio.
They have very strong
Rapport.
Father,
it's odd
son,
seeing him on top of
energy.
someone. It gives context to how big he actually is of a bat creature.
oh yeah.
He always seems small to me until he's on top of Basilio, and you're like, oh, that's a big bat.
Fantasy
sibling.
lives on.
Sibling vibes with them, just messing with each other.
My thoughts on the game as a whole, I voiced probably more complaints about things in general than most others here, but I still very much enjoyed it.
My only complaints were just Lord Luis was a punk ass bitch.
But I definitely I would recommend it. In fact, you could even say I give it a game.
Agreed. I would
I
say
don't
game.
get it.
I do at least once.
I'd game it.
Just take your time with it and don't rush through it.
Take time to smell the roses.
Yes.
So that sounds like a game from all of us
Yeah.
Yeah.
overall.
Yep.
Yeah, very good game. I am glad I played through it. It was a good experience. I won't lie, I do get exhausted playing through long games like this. So
Oh,
I am glad it's over. But
RPG.
I have no regrets. It was very fun, very fulfilling, I thought. So
No regrets.
Mm-mm. Like I do want to replay it again. I just want to take my time with it because it was good. But
For
yeah,
sure.
I want to take my time to actually do it.
I get that. And that's sort of the issue with creating content like this, right? So, but I still had a good time regardless, and I'm glad you guys were here alongside me for this journey. So,
Agreed. Agreed. It's definitely better together.
I feel like I heard that somewhere, but I got what you meant.
Oh, there went my alarm.
So I'm gonna go ahead and just announce what our next game is, if you guys are fine with that.
Yeah, send it.
All right, let's hear it. What's it gonna be?
So starting next week, we will be discussing a classic. People love it. I love it. We'll be talking about The Legend of Zelda: Ocarina of Time. So
Woo!
I am very excited to play through this game again. I will be playing the 3DS version. So that's the footage you guys will see on screen. I'm very much looking forward to it. I haven't played this in years, and it's I'm pumped. So
Yeah,
I
I'm
have a
excited
couple.
too.
I have a couple
Yeah.
different ways of playing it. I do have it on the Switch, but I also just got it on the 3DS because I just happened to see, oh, it's at GameStop right now. Let's go on a quick adventure and find it.
The 3DS was
Yeah.
the gap in consoles that I never played, so I'm just gonna rock the Switch.
hey,
Yeah.
whatever works.
Yeah.
I beat it on N64 a few times, so I'm gonna try out the 3DS version.
I stopped at like PlayStation and Game Boy Advance, then pick up the Switch and PC. I'm like, oh no, what did I miss?
A lot.
I stopped PlayStation 2.
Oh, you
I've played the N64 version, and I never actually beat it. We'll get into more into that throughout our discussions. I'll elaborate more. But I'm super excited to play through this. It's a fantastic game. One of my favorite video game series of all time is the Zelda series. So I'm very much looking forward to it. So Yeah, I think that's it. Do you guys have any closing thoughts or anything?
Hey, editing Dramas back here. I forgot to mention it in the video, but we will be playing until we finish Hyrule Castle and exit Hyrule Castle Town. There's going to be a cutscene, so immediately after that cutscene is where we'll be stopping for next week. So, that's all I wanted to say. Back to the video.
Play
Bye.
Metaphor.
So, play Metaphor, like, comment, and subscribe, and go check out the Dramas Pack channel.
I can't do what I want to
Yes.
say because it's not appropriate.
And eat nachos.
Yes, please check out the Dramas Pack channel. It would mean a lot to all of us.
Particularly me and Funslinger.
So, yeah, that will be it. Thank you all for watching. Like Oshwatan said, make sure you leave a like, comment if you haven't already, and subscribe if you enjoy our content. We're gonna keep pumping stuff out, and we really hope you do enjoy it. So, all right, we'll
Yeah.
see you guys for the Legend of Zelda: Ocarina of
Our-
Time.
Thank
Part
you,
4,
everybody.
Part 2.
Mhm.